Hi, it's Angel Shaver, Stampin' Up independent demonstrator from Kansas. Sorry, you can see my layup in the picture. And today is week 5 of the Woodwards online class. And so we will be making a bonus project. And this month, if you RSVP'd for the class, you got the supplies to make this bonus project. So you'll get to play along. And I've been doing a little bit of playing today and seeing how using my stamp apparatus in different ways is going to affect the end product. And so you'll get to see what each way makes it look like. And then I'm going to try yet another way. So we will be making the set of 4 note cards and envelopes that will fit inside the wood crate that we created last week. And I will give you a better look at those note cards in a minute, but I want to remind you of a couple of things. If you are watching live, tomorrow is the last day of August, and it also happens to be the very last day that the Blended Seasons bundle will be available. I'm just going to quickly go through some of my Blended Seasons cards, and hopefully you can just see them and decide if you think that you need to have this bundle as part of your life. Tomorrow is the last day. If you were not watching live, that would be Friday, August 31st is the last day that this will be available. That also includes the watercolor pencils assortment too. Now, I hear that they may be available in future catalogs, but who knows how long that's going to be. And it's really fun to have some of those new colors available to use right now. I'm just kind of trying to fly through these, and just so you can see, all the seasons are represented. There are lots and lots of different options. If you're on my newsletter list, you will have seen a lot of these, gotten PDF tutorials for some of them. But if you're not, head on over to the left column on my Facebook page right now and sign up for my email list, and you will get added to my email list where I let you know what specials are coming up, and you also get some PDFs of some exclusive, never before seen projects. Okay. Also, today is the very last day, or August 31st, if you're watching this recording later, for the bonus days special. What that means is for every $50 you spend before tax and shipping, you get a code for a $5 coupon for $5 off any order you place in September. I would recommend maybe planning some holiday cards and go ahead and get any cardstock, envelopes, adhesive, that kind of thing you need out of the annual catalog here during August, and then in September you can add your stamps and specialty paper and that kind of stuff. Okay, here we go. We're going to get started. So I will flip you down. And the first thing I'm going to show you are these sample cards that that I made to go with the wood crate for this set. And there they are. And I'm pretty sure I stamped all of these kind of by positioning the circles where I wanted them with the Stamparatus. But today I've been trying some hinge-step techniques and things that are a little different. I've done the blueberry bushel card, just positioning the circles where I thought they might look good. This Highland Heather card is down one step on the step hinge, and this is down 2 steps on the crushed curry card. And so we are going to get the Stamparatus. I already have the circle stamp ready. Get my last card that I have picked out that I cut for this set. I made 3-inch cards, which means I took a piece of Whisper White cardstock and I cut them 3 inches by 6 inches and then folded them down the middle. Let me see if that's... I'm gonna scoot this over just a little bit, and I'm using the grid on my Stamparatus to get it lined up. Okay. And then we are going to use the basic gray ink pad. Remember, the new ink pads, you just open them like a compact and then slide it in. And then I'm going to get my stamp ready. Stamp right there. Going to move down 2 steps, but I'm going to slide my card down two squares on the grid. And we're going to see what this does. We all get to experiment together. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and take my chamois and just wipe off my circle stamp before I position it where I want it for the other column. And yes, there's already a little gray on there, but that's okay, because it's going to stamp exactly where that gray was. Now, I will step that up the 2 steps and slide my card back up. These magnets are ridiculous. There we go. I think that I've got it now where it should be. We will see in a minute. Okay. So that was the 4th card. And I am going to go ahead and use the Stamparatus to stamp my sentiments on my strips of wood grain paper that I prepared for this card set. It's easier sometimes if you've created a template to put it in so you know that it will go in the exact spot. But I'm being a little difficult today, and I am just going to try to remember where I'm laying this. It will actually help if I put it in the corner. And then I lay the sentiment, a note for you, right there. And then we're going to pick it up. And I am going to use Early Espresso to ink it up. And there's one. I have 4 of these to do. So I have put it in the corner. I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing. Inking up the sentiment. And now I have 2 more. I was never a stamp-a-stack kind of girl. I always preferred to do them one at a time, but this makes stamping a stack a much easier process, and so I am a lot more willing to do this way. Alright, I think I'm going to be finished with my Stamparatus. I'm going to close up my Early Espresso stamp pad so I don't get ink all over myself or on the cards. And now we're going to get ready to stamp the shapes that we are stamping in to decorate the envelope and the inside of the cards. And we will be doing one for the outside of each card as well. And so we're stamping on this piece of Whisper White cardstock because we will be running it through the Big Shot. And at the same time, we will be stamping on the inside of the card and on the flap of an envelope. And I'm going to use the rooster first, doing it in the real red. And the rooster is the shape that we will be using to go with the crushed curry circles. So I will get that one out so we can stamp a rooster on the inside. And we're going to stamp a rooster on the outside of the envelope on the flap. That rooster didn't do as well, but I didn't use my Stamparatus, so it's a little dangerous for me to try to re-stamp it right now. And since I'm going to be using the Big Shot to cut out all of these shapes. I'm going to try to do it on one piece of Whisper White cardstock so that I can run them all through the Big Shot in one try. Now I'm going to look and see. I'm doing the moon. I never did. I must have done the moon. Yes, I did the moon. Okay, I did the moon on the Highland Heather card with basic gray. So that's what we'll be doing here. And I'll be stamping a moon on my cardstock, and then one on the inside of my card, and one on the outside of my envelope. All right. Then I will be doing the star. And I believe the star is in crushed curry. On the blueberry bushel card. So we will get the star on our Whisper White. And on the inside of the note card, and then on the outside of the envelope. Finally, we will be doing the heart. And the heart is done using Melon Mambo. That is ready for the Big Shot here in a moment. It's the heart on the inside of the card. And on the outside of the envelope. Right. Now my stamping is finished, and we are going to use the Big Shot and then put the cards together. Before we do that, I just want to show you, starting next week, we will be doing the Rooted in Nature stamp set with our online class for September. And if you would like to be a part and be able to play along, make sure you RSVP to me by tomorrow, which is also August 31st. Close up all my ink pads so you don't have a scary accident. And then we'll grab the Big Shot. I'm using the magnetic base plate. I'm not sure the best way for you to see what is happening. Maybe I'll slide it through that way. Yep, so you can watch me line up the framelits. Okay. You want to make sure that you have your paper and the framelits on top of the base plate and cutting board so that they will cut. And then you can line up your framelits around your stamped images. That's not wanting to line up, so I'm going to try this. Flip the cutting plate over and then see what happens. It's still not quite behaving like it should. Okay, so there we have the star is lined up. Might have to try adjusting my cutting plates here in a minute if this doesn't work. Okay. That's working pretty good. And then we have the rooster and the moon. The holiday catalog comes out next week, and I will be having an online launch party from Wednesday the 5th through Saturday the 8th, and also I'll be having an in-person holiday open house, but that is not until the end of the month. So if you either can't be there live in person or you don't want to wait clear until the end of the month, make sure you come join the holiday lunch party. That moon is just being difficult. So we'll do it by itself here in a minute. Next week, Wednesday through Saturday, will be my holiday lunch party live or ask questions. I'll be checking back and forth, adding videos, some live crafting things throughout the entire 4 days. Pull these off, and then we'll do the moon. being loud. I don't know. I'm sure I'm just getting Facebook notifications. I'll check on those later. Alright. Now to put all this down and put our note cards together. Okay. I'm just going to work on them. Well, actually, we will do all of the wood texture sentiment panels first. It's kind of like an assembly line. I use the copper trim on these sample cards, but I only had enough copper trim left for 3 of these cards. So we will be using the gold trim on the 4th one. And I am putting a glue dot on either end of the trim, and then I will just be gluing, stringing it along and tucking the ends with the glue dots back behind. Trying to keep my paper flat, so it's less likely to bend if I keep it flat on the table surface. Here's my gold trim that I am using for the 4th one. Just picking up a glue dot with either end, and then starting it on the back, laying it flat, and stretching it from one end to the other. Just give it a little trim. Need to get myself some more glue dots soon. Good thing I'm placing an order tomorrow. Okay, started at one end. Stretch it across to the other, keeping it flat on the table surface so that the DSP doesn't curl. And there we have the 3rd one. And our final piece of trim. Now these pieces of trim are cut just a little longer than 3 inches. Oops. Because these wood pieces of DSP are 3 inches by 1 inch. That one's barely over 3 inches. So I'll have to get it as close to the edge as I can. This is what happens when you get to the end of your ribbon and are trying to just squeak out as many as you can. Alright. And then we will glue these and stick them on our note cards. Grab my glue. Pretty much right in the middle. And this is the one that I thought I would use with the gold because it will have a yellow star on it in a moment. Now I'm going to grab my dimensionals, going to put one on the back of the shape that goes with each card, and that is how we're finishing off our cards. Let's put a little rooster, goes on that one. And the heart, that goes with this one. Then we have the moon. And finally, the star. Put over their matching envelopes. And there you have the set of 4 note cards that will fit in your wood crate if you choose to use it for note cards. You could also use these note cards for some other things and fill the crate with a small gift. But there you have it. 4 3x3 note cards and envelopes. And don't forget, if you're watching this live, and if you're not, it's tomorrow. If you are, it's tomorrow. If you're not, it's Friday, August 31st, is the last day to for bonus days to earn coupons you can spend in September on any order, including out of the holiday catalog. $5 earned for every $50 spent in August, and it's also the final opportunity to order the Blended Seasons bundle. And tomorrow is the deadline to sign up for the Rooted in Nature online class. And you need to let me know by this weekend if you want to sign up for the product-based class in September, when we'll be doing the calligraphy expressions kit. So I will see you all back here next week, and we will be doing our first card with Rooted in Nature.